CBS The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks from February 7th to the 18th tease that Brooke's admission suddenly doesn't make sense, with Taylor going to have a few comments to come. With Ridge, whether the ending will be formed for the married life of Ridge and Brooke at this time, so let's discuss this content in the near future. In addition, from the week of February 7 to 11, Carter will be in the action, and make sure that there be no emotional plot between him and Paris. Paris has personal opinions when pressing Carter to see how long the feelings between the two will last. There's something we need to acknowledge, as Paris will force Carter to have some passions with her, so it's hard to stop the passionate moments between the two at Carter's apartment. In addition, Taylor will recognize the content being built by Brooke thanks to Douglas, followed by the cover-ups because she did something wrong. Not stopping there, Taylor will be aware of the breaking news about the absolute level of security, so she will trust the story that Steffi and Thomas shared. Brooke, to be exact, had an affair with Deacon and pushed Ridge aside. It's possible that Steffi would choose to reveal this plot more wisely than usual, so Taylor would think carefully and decide whether to let Ridge know the truth behind. Meanwhile, Brooke is becoming confused and will think for a long time about a choice of her own. She believes it's a good idea to let Ridge hear this truth, but it's going to be difficult to build a move for her. It seems when Brooke is about to open up, Ridge is pulled by Taylor to a new context. It's possible that Ridge simply thought there was trouble, so he would stop Brooke from showing up and explaining it to her so she could better understand everything that had happened. When Ridge reaches out to Taylor, he will quite be confused with the way she poses the problem and even the improper plot settings. After all, Ridge will ask Taylor to quickly reveal what she's aiming for and wants to let him hear, so Taylor has no choice but to say it all. Sure, Ridge wouldn't believe it and believe all of this at first, but Taylor would explain the evidence she held and confidently assure that Brooke was fooling everyone. But Ridge will scratch Taylor with the challenges and sharing she brings, and in the end Taylor will still vehemently insist she's not wrong and tell him that Brooke isn't a good person, and she's not worthy of his love. As for Brooke, she will be quite shocked when Steffi comes out to her and brings a series of rather tense fights. Steffi stands up and begins to frenzy over the story she's discovered. However, she will eventually confront Brooke about how she's hiding the truth from everyone. Brooke will hear all the backstory she's making and the cheating that's been slowly rolling out by Steffi. Next, Rich will be in the picture of Brooke and look forward to the setting she will stage. This has caused Brooke to panic and try to figure out how everything was being conceived. It seemed likely that Brooke would have assured Rich she was simply sending Deacon a kiss, which would never have been established if she hadn't resumed drinking. Rich would hear Brooke's plea as she explained that something had gone wrong on New Year's Eve that day, and that she hadn't been right in choosing to cover things up from him. However, Ridge wouldn't care, and get there and feel betrayed.